Breaking news. Carrie Fisher gets body shamed on the internet. She joins the club.
Carrie Fisher fighting back against body shaming this morning, targeting her after Star Wars The Force Awakens. Fisher first played Princess Leia, we all remember, nearly 40 years ago. That iconic gold bikini from Return of the Jedi. And that seductive pose on the poster for the original 1977 Star Wars blockbuster made Carrie Fisher and her alter ego, Princess Leia, the faraway galaxy's ultimate sex symbol. But now, nearly 40 years later, the Star Wars heroine facing backlash on social media. Her age and appearance in Star Wars The Force Awakens under intense scrutiny. One critic tweeting, "Age punched Carrie Fisher in the face." Another saying she looks old and unhealthy. The 59-year-old actress firing back with force, blasting her body-shaming critics on Twitter. "Please stop debating about whether or not I aged well. Unfortunately, it hurts all three of my feelings. My body hasn't aged as well as I have."
Breaking news.
Actually, it's more like gossip. I heard this story yesterday on the news. They used the term fat shaming. Other stories use the term body shaming. And there's people that are saying that Carrie Fisher's age is being criticized. And so they're saying, see, they're trying to twist it and make it about the fact that she's aged. When we're talking about how she is aged. And Carrie has even acknowledged that she is aged badly. She simply went onto Twitter to tell people that she's getting tired of it. And that's fine. And that would have been the end. Except the news media has taken the opportunity to take this opportunity. This is the kind of story people gravitate to. Here's CNN's headline. Carrie Fisher's aging gets judged. Harrison Ford's doesn't. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Harrison Ford's looks were discussed, along with Mark Hamill. It's just that we only are interested when it's a woman who's getting judged. One of these news stories mentioned that Mark Hamill is almost unrecognizable now. Well, actually, that's all people were really saying about Carrie Fisher, is that it kind of messes up the movie, that these people have aged badly. And so they're saying Mark Hamill is not being judged like Carrie Fisher. Then I found this YouTube channel, Morph Star, Then and Now, How They Aged Over Time, morphing pictures together from different times. So here we have Carrie Fisher, of course. But then look, got one on Sylvester Stallone. And then Mark Hamill, Then and Now, and a bunch of others. And there's plenty of men in here. This has led to a heated and tedious debate over whether or not Fisher has aged well. Well, actually, this is the first I heard about it, thanks to the news, who has reported this Twitter activity. Oh, then the news, this is CNN, says whether or not Fisher has aged well. As if aging well was a talent to be celebrated. No. See, once again, they're twisting what's being said. That's creating a straw man argument. That's what people do when they're wrong. And this well-respected news source takes it upon themselves to add in their own opinions here. Star Wars fans expect certain special effects. Now it seems they expect a 59-year-old actress to overcome the reality of time? I want to get to that. Fisher hasn't aged badly. She's just aged. Maybe in the world you live in, a world full of fat people who don't take care of themselves. But like I said on Twitter, getting fat is not natural. It's not natural aging. Just trying to educate people. One of those people, the anti-fat shamers people, one of them went so far as to create a cartoon just as a response to me. Check it out. It has my name in it. Not only is getting fat unnatural, but looking at Carrie Fisher, I got the impression that she is a smoker. And I quickly looked that up to find out, yes, she's been smoking most of her life. And that's partly why she looks like that. Oh, and people are actually criticizing what she looks like in the movie. But in the movie, she looks much better than in real life.
I don't know where you get your delusions.
Now here's a picture I found doing my research. And it says, failed anorexic. That's interesting. I don't know anything about that. But I would not be surprised. I've noticed that a lot of actresses who were really skinny, they're the ones that end up getting fat later on. And here on my channel and in my community, we believe that people get fat partly because of dieting. It turns out that Carrie Fisher did lose weight for this movie. And then I've written here in my script, she probably lost weight for the original movies too, because that's show business. And then I find out here in this clip, she's saying that she did lose weight for both movies.
You actually physically transformed for this role.
Yes, I did. They told me to lose weight. They told me to lose weight in the first one, too.
So my main message here is that political correctness is getting out of hand so much in our high-fat society now that it's perpetuating people continuing to be unhealthy and keep their unhealthy habits. On that note, I'd like to show you the end of this newscast where the anchors get away with using this story for ratings and to make it look like they're not doing anything wrong by making certain politically correct comments.
And I think the world needs more Carrie Fisher.
Absolutely.
I mean, she just says
Phenomenal.
exactly what she thinks, and it's just a great attitude to have. And I hope that more people follow in her footsteps. And
I thought General Leia looked great in the movie.
She looked great.
And speaking of hypocrisy, here's a tweet by some twit. And here it says, she's amazing, she's gorgeous. Just because you can't fantasize about her returning to the gross metal slave bikini. Wait a second. Who's fat shaming now?
And that's even worse because you're criticizing her at her best.
That made her a lot of money. Thanks for watching. I hope you've gotten something out of this. If so, please click thumbs up. You might want to share this video around, educate some people. You might want to subscribe because I got more coming up. Next week, it's Kirstie Alley.